Hey guys, and welcome to my condensed summary of the Letter from the Producer Live Part 83 from the Tokyo Game Show 2024. This will be the initial coverage of the content to come for patch 7.1. Patch 7.1 is called Crossroads and will be launched in mid-November, and the official artwork features a host of characters, which includes the absolutely awesome Reen and Gaia combo. Yes, I said that intentionally just because I'm a troll. But for those who don't know, this is easily my favorite raid set and theme before like the current one that we have right now, and I am just thrilled to see them on this cover art like this. It looks so cool, like it's literally a Yu-Gi-Oh! Like polymorph fusion. It's so cool. As with any mainline patch, there will be additional MSQ. They didn't really give much to go off of for what to expect, including like the screenshots. There will be a dungeon that's announced later, but there's not really too much to go off of. We will be getting a new allied tribe quest with the Pelupleu, and this is following the standard order, will be combat dailies. There will be new custom deliveries for Nitowikiwi, or better known in Hrothgar circles as Magnus' wife. There will be additional new role quests added that will expand upon the current role quests that we do have already in game. There will be additional Wachumeqimeqi quests added, which is specifically like the crafter line of quests, so there's going to be further content for crafters, which is really great. We're also going to be getting further quests from Hildibrand, which features them clearly in Solution 9. Oh god. Please not Tombstone Relic. Please not Tombstone Relic. We will be getting new Game Plus for Dawntrail content, which will be nice, especially for that last map, so that I can finally enjoy it again. It's one of the first things I'm probably going to do in 7.1 if I'm real. They will also be expanding their duty support system to include duty support for dungeons that go outside of the main story questline, such as Halatali. I have a lot of memories of that dungeon from Realm Reborn. Probably too many. Now, the Hall of Novice has not been ignored, and as far as it goes for the Hall of Novice, they will be going and given more mechanic lessons like spread and stack to help like new players help learn mechanics. They did mention that or that generally that they have heard from like players like me, and during the media tour it was brought up like very explicitly about like, hey, will there be any tools to like help players like learn rotations and stuff like that? Like, I remember that was asked with me right there, and they did say that, well, they brought it up, so clearly it's on their mind. But currently this is what they're going to be adding at least first for now, and that it isn't totally off the radar, but it would definitely be a commitment in order to get something like that in for the Hall of Novice. But at least for now, we're going to be getting it expanded this way, which I do think is going to help, because we're going to see a few less sprouts go right to Narnia and explode with this tack marker. Ideally. We're still going to see it. We're totally still going to see it. Oh god. Now it's time to talk about the PvE balance pass, which there is going to be in 7.1 a balance pass for all the jobs in 7.1, and that there is going to be clearly that new ultimate on the horizon. However, they said, especially because of the new ultimate on the horizon, they are not going to nerf anything, or they're going to try their best not to. Or rather than nerf, however, they're going to want to instead give buffs to the jobs that really seem to need the help. Yeah, in this current live letter, they didn't really want to get into more details than that, and I don't want to speculate because that'll bloat this video really quickly. But from that being said, it does seem that PICTOMANCER isn't actually going to be nerfed after all. Now for PvP, in addition to Season 7 beginning, they did do a significant rework on the game code to improve PvP action, execution, and hit detection. Examples are things like the Machinist Limit Break or Warrior Stun, where I'm sure that anyone that's done PvP at least a little bit has seen where the stun is applied before the warrior animation has even landed on you. They're also going to be adding brand new PvP actions for every single job other than the Viper and the PICTOMANCER, since they are truly brand new jobs. So to me, that's pretty exciting. I'm curious what they're going to do. I'm actually genuinely curious, and people might be like, oh, he's just saying that, because like PvP, we have seen such a diversity of the jobs, and we know that with patch 8.0, the next expansion, that this expansion currently is like a rewards rework, and that next expansion they're really looking at fleshing out more identities of the job. So when I say that I'm truly interested in seeing what they're going to do with what kind of actions they're adding, it's actually really genuine and heartfelt, because I think we're going to see the echoes of what we're going to see in like patch 8.0 and beyond for jobs. So I'm actually really curious. They're also going to be doing PvP updates for 2 arenas, Red Sands and Cloud9, as well as balance adjustments for Frontline and the Rival Wings modes. Now for new battle content coming with patch 7.1, we are going to be starting off with the brand new dungeon, which is the Yuweyawata field station. Why is there a picture of my backyard here in these screenshots? Bro, this is kind of crazy because, like, well, not the purple rock one, you know what I'm saying. The one with, like, the giant spruce trees. Also, oh, look at these lovely ketchup splatters on the wall. I guess someone must have dropped their hamburger or hot dog. Looking forward to this dungeon, it'll be cute. We're also going to be getting a new Alliance Raid series called the Echoes of Vana'diel, Final Fantasy XI themed. This is going to be like Echoes of Vana'diel Part 1, Juno, the First Walk. Didn't they just add a new character in Overwatch named Juno? I'm joking. But, like, there's always these, like, weird parallels or, like coincidences in gaming. I'm like, wait, Juno? She's actually really fun to play, I'll say that. I like its scan support. There's going to be a new extreme trial added, which is called Sphenes Burden. Sphene, listen to me. Sphene, listen to me. I think it'll actually be a really cool fight, actually. Weapons for the new extreme trial will be shown in the second live letter for 7.1. Next up, the furries are eating good tonight. Rather in 7.1, in that we are getting the new Unreal trial, which is the Jade Stoa Unreal. The Cat Daddy before Cat Daddies were a thing. I was actually a Miko before. I don't know how many people knew that, but I was actually a Miko before. And then puberty hit, and then they're going to be adding a new type of battle content, which they are calling the Chaotic Alliance Raid. They're not using Savage here, they're calling it Chaotic. So what really surprises me is that in the second and third images, I'm thinking like this is from Eureka. Like the second one looks like Cassie, but that third one spot on looks like that diamond dragon from last map. Like I remember like these kind of messed up trees and stuff there. Like this totally has to be that final boss from Eureka, which initially surprised me because I'm like, isn't this Alliance Raid theme thing? Because Eureka's an Alliance Raid. And what really answers that is that we are looking at a specific fight. In particular, they showcased Cloud of Darkness, which kind of answers that question. They seem to be taking older fights like Cloud of Darkness and then ramping them up with new mechanics. Like Cloud of Darkness clearly has the E9 map and changes in here, which I think is great. And I guess that kind of answers the Eureka thing, that we're going to likely have like even Eureka Cassie and the Eureka Diamond Dragon bosses as chaotic fights, I suppose, which is cool because it's literally been so long for so many of us. Now, what really should get more people's attention is that they mentioned the reward rework, which was one of the main focuses of this expansion. When I went to the media tour, we definitely were talking about what is like the theme of this expansion, and they constantly brought up that it was going to be like the reward rework for this expansion and then like the job identity next expansion, and they didn't want to lump the two together at the same time because it might be too overwhelming for the players. And so they mentioned that reward rework here, and there's going to be unique rewards from this chaotic content, and the reward systems will be changed to highly incentivize players to repeatedly clear and to help assist other players in completing this chaotic content. More details are going to be given in the next letter from the producer live, though, they said. However, to put a bow on this, they did specify that they did not want to call this Savage because they don't think that it is of the difficulty of a 4th Savage level floor. That's all we really know on the difficulty front. Other than looking at some of these mechanics, we are absolutely going to die. Now they talk about the most hyped content for me, which is Futures Rewritten Furry Ultimate. Amazing how much I adored this raid tier for real. And they showed a few screenshots such as Stancred and E12S P2 with Gaia, and I am just like such a fan. I am so overwhelmingly giddy. Like I literally made their cookies, their coffee biscuits and everything, and oh my god, I'm just gonna go ape shit and let it rip in PF. I sadly have no group, but whatever, I'm gonna PF it. Like nothing's gonna hold me back. I'm so fucking hyped for this. Like unbelievable. Like I love that raid tier. I love the theme. Next up is for Doman Majhong. The Scions can react and comment on plays made, which I think is really kind of cute. Now you see, I was so disappointed in the audience not clapping harder for some of this stuff because this is huge shit. So there's gonna be updates to the housing system in game. First of all, interior designs can be used from any area regardless of where your plot is located. I was surprised this did not get more clapping. That's huge. Get rid of those awful pillars. And it's it's good to have more choices, and I am hyped for this. However, the developers have also said something absolutely groundbreaking here, and I don't say that fucking lightly. People will be like, oh, of course in a YouTube video everything's groundbreaking, but no, really. It's not coming in 7.1, but it will come later. They were talking about, even if you have a small plot, you can change the inside to be a large, for example. But it will cost gil. That is freaking huge. Like, the interior is going to be huge. Really big. Size screen.